No, I don't want no scrub. Scrub is a guy that can't get no love from me. Hanging out the passenger side of his best friend's ride, trying to holler at me. Hello?
You're right, you. It's been a few weeks, hasn't it? Eh? Is that Jose? Jose Mourinho?
Yes.
I'm not happy with the situation.
What?
I'm not happy with the situation.
We're second in the league.
Losing it. It's me, Alex. Sir Alex.
I've never guessed.
I'm not happy with the situation. No,
What's wrong with it?
I fucking hate you. I hate you.
Why? What have I done? I won trophies.
It's too late now. I've probably lost Scottish accent. I'm not happy with the situation. Bye. Just got out of there. Get out of there.
Mate,
Exit stage left.
That's exactly how.
That's my problem with accents, is that I can start with them, and I like to commit, but then I struggle to keep them going.
Right.
Any tutorials on accents, let me know, because I want to improve, I want to get better. I think there's an option in Hollyoaks. I could get on Hollyoaks. It's not too late.
Football. Lot of football.
Lot of football. We're going to catch up on a breathtaking week of football, and the weekend gets mental as well. It does, Flav. It was breathtaking.
Was it?
It was. We'll talk about Liverpool, Man City last night. Incredible game. But also this weekend, Man City could win the league. Could be done and dusted.
At United.
At United.
Do not let it.
Against United.
Sorry, against United. At the Etihad. So that's what the phone call was all about.
That was what the phone call was all about.
Don't let it. Fergie. I fucking hate you.
Fergie deep down is seething. Like I think you could tell Fergie's general mood by the sort of the range of red to purple of his face.
Yeah.
And he's full on.
See, I don't think he is. I don't think he's really a fan of
Man United. Happy with the situation.
I don't think he's a fan of Man United.
You don't think he's a fan of Man United?
I think Alex Ferguson is a fan of Alex Ferguson.
Do you think? Or actually, he's a big St Mirren fan.
Yeah.
This whole time. Well, he's probably a Rangers fan, isn't he? That's where he played. We'll get into all of that. Let's catch up on the week, mate. Because this is it's hectic at bullshit these days. Lots going on. Flav working on a feature today. What was that?
Don't worry about that for a second.
Go on.
Any Chelsea fans out there?
Mate, that's gone. We've got to look forward.
Can we
for
please,
the weekend.
Just a bit.
One for the week.
Just a bit.
Go on. You can have a minute. Off you go.
28 years, they said. Well, it doesn't bother me. It does not bother me. It's not. It was just another game for me, right? For you lot out there, you're the one that was building it up. It's a cup final. I did it with Rory Jennings last week. Yeah, you saw it. You weren't around, but we filled the gap. Rory was giving it. You know, it's important to us. Yeah, butterfly. Nothing from me.
No.
So when we won, and I saw the Chelsea tears falling down the street, down their faces.
Down the street,
rolling down the street. Rivers of tears. I just think, tears. Every dog has his day, so just shut your mouths.
And as Holloway says, great in Holloway, today, that day, Sunday, was woof day for you, wasn't it?
Was it? Is that what he says?
That's what he says.
He's a weird guy.
Well, he's creating something pretty special. Keeping at the moment. A cracking 4-1 win against the Norwich. Ad, see that?
Oh yeah, sorry. Heard about it.
QPR flying at the moment.
Mate, they're building something.
15th in the league.
They're flying.
Building something. Do you know, we were talking about this week, because my other mate, I've got one Brentford mate, it's Adam. We're mates, right?
Kind of, yeah.
Wow. Kind of.
Yeah, that's for
upsetting though, isn't
kind of as well, isn't it?
Wow, what you two have just turned on me?
Ad though.
When did that happen?
Yeah, my
You complete me.
What? What is going on here?
Scott, intern, don't speak. You're not allowed to speak.
That's me. Yeah, you only get to speak once you're being paid. Anyway,
laughing at him, laughing at his face.
Oh, look, he's taking an opportunity. He's doing well. Good. Scotty Walker helping with the rundown again this week with some top-notch stat nuggets which are on their way. We've got a very good podcast today. We have got probably the best Soldiers Lost in Battle, and I know I've said that before, I've ever read.
Yeah.
It's so good, but it is quite long, so we've put it into 2 parts. Part 1 will be coming
this week.
Part 2 next week, so stick around. Maybe hit subscribe. It's an option. We've also got some questions from Flames. Quite a deep one there as well, so stick around for that. But of course, we'll be talking football. What I was talking about there briefly before I got ambushed in terms of the friendships that I felt I had at the company at Paul Street was the irrational joy of how like the optimism that comes from a good win.
Yeah. It changes everything.
So yeah, my mate Brentford fan, like they're miles off the playoffs. There's no way they're getting in the playoffs.
Yep.
But a couple of wins, he's a dreamer.
Of course
he's a dreamer.
That's what football's all about.
I'm starting to look. I'm going. Oh, hang on a minute. No chance.
But you know what I like as well is it goes the other way. One loss and it's all falling apart. Like I can't. I went when Spurs lost to Juve. I was so high before that game. I was like, we're gonna win the Champions League. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
One loss, I'm like, we're struggling to make top four as it stands. It's just mad,
it is incredible.
Like
I'm sure. I think that's happened with. Let's talk about Ronaldo first, but I think that's kind of happened with Man City for me. Like even this morning, I look at Man City in a totally different light from yesterday, when they were just like this all-conquering beast.
Yeah.
But let's talk Ronaldo first.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the goal. He stepped up again.
It was a scissor kick.
Yeah.
Another one by a very good player.
Another thing my mate Dom started doing is like he likes to go with like well over the top little statements, going like he's got to be the best in the world, isn't he? like just because he scored one goal, or like he said it about Salah as soon as he scored, he went, he's got to be the best in the world, isn't he?
Rory Jennings loves that as well. Loves a definitive statement that without
way too far.
Yeah, but without thinking about what he's saying, just flies in with double-footed, 10-toed.
But yeah, he did it. He did that with the Ronaldo. I mean, surely now you've got to say he's the best in the world.
It's funny though.
And I went, yeah, this week.
Yeah,
this week is the best.
Yeah, it's funny with Ronaldo and Messi how the ebbs and flows. Because last season he was like no contest Messi. This season, because Ronaldo scored 23 goals in 12 games. It's great.
Well, Ronaldo won the. Yeah, who won Ballon d'Or this year? I can't keep up. Or was it Messi this year? Messi won it back, didn't he? I think he did.
I don't know.
But the goal itself, everyone like calm down. You know where I'm going with this, Flo.
I do. A certain Mr. Trevor Sinclair.
Mr. Trevor Sinclair.
Loftus Road.
Yeah, look.
And if you don't know, because we've got some young whippersnappers in the audience.
Pipple-wappers, yeah.
Pipple-wappers. Yeah, we've got some young, and they might not know about it.
No.
So if you don't know, pause this video, open up a new tab, don't close it, because you might not come back.
Yeah. Maybe leave it on mute and just let it run, because that's good for retention.
No, don't let it run, because I might hear this gold.
Yeah.
But go and watch this, because this scissor kick was incredible. It was, I'll just give you a little clue, it was outside the box, and it was a rocket.
And he was probably the same height as Ronaldo, and that's before all the creatine and all that stuff. He's probably had a kebab the night before. Creatine, I said. That's not a drug.
I'm pretty sure creatine is.
Creatine's fine.
All right,
fine.
And also, if he was standing next to Ronaldo, he'd come up to his nipple. So he's nowhere, like he hasn't even got the height.
Yeah,
incredible
goal. And so everyone on Twitter was going mad about it. It reminded me a little bit of when. So I guess another thing to catch up on the week, Ibrahimovic, his debut, which was awesome. I love that he's just like, I don't know if he's joking or not all the time.
I think he's on a massive troll, yeah. And I yes, he is. It's a kind of, it's almost like a piece of art. It's like, so how far can I do this? He's created something, and it is fascinating in terms of marketing. It is impeccable work, but it winds me up so much.
Does it?
Yeah, Zlatan. His name's Ibrahimovic. Mate, he's perfect for America, because the commentators, the commentators when they were commentating, he's going, it was like, who are they playing?
Are you kidding me?
Oh my god!
Oh my god! Are you kidding me?
Because they've been Zlatan.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Lads, fuck off, will ya?
Initially, it's such a British thing to kind of be a little bit annoyed by American commentary.
I'm not bothered by American commentary,
it
but it's just that commentator. That was the issue. I've got no problem with American fans. Let me just put that straight. No problem.
No, the second goal I quite liked as well. It was something that I hadn't heard before, and it was some commentator went because he scored a header, and he goes, ball comes in, Zlatan from the 6, from the 6-yard line.
Yeah, incredible.
From the 6.
All I want to say is for the goal, the long range goal, terrible goalkeeping, completely out of position. Premier League would never happen.
True. Well, that's the thing with is if he's on a troll, he still believes it a little bit, because he wouldn't be trying that kind of shot.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the marketing.
Well, no, all the talk and all that stuff, and how it goes like that. We had Zlatan, they didn't have Zlatan. But when it comes down to that moment where the ball bounces, he could have taken his time and done stuff, but he's just gone and whacked it because he believes in his own hype a little bit. So I think it gives him a little bit of an advantage. It helps.
I mean, the audacity, and then to pull it off, you've got to admire it.
Yes,
you have to.
Did you figure out Room 69?
No, let me think.
All right. Let us know your Room 69 options in the comments below. But yeah, the Ronaldo goal, just to say, calm down, everyone. It did remind me of that's what I was getting to. It was Ibrahimovic when he got his debut goal for Man United, and on Twitter it was like he scored a bicycle kick, but it was a rubbish bicycle kick. But like technically it was a bicycle kick, so it was allowed to be on Twitter, and it was. I
like Peter Crouch's tweet saying only a few of us can do this.
yeah, class.
He is quality, that geezer.
Crouch is amazing.
Love it. Just can I just say for a second, there was a documentary made by Bleacher Report about the guy who made the Ronaldo bust.
Oh yeah.
You watched it?
No. Didn't he get another chance?
Yeah. Well, he haven't ruined it because he kind of straight away he talks about it. But that guy, his life was ruined. Like it didn't occur to me the emotional impact that having that much abuse would do to. I didn't even think about the sculptor really. I just looked at it and thought that is shit.
yeah.
But it destroyed him and his wife and his kids. Like tears, similar to Chelsea's. Fans.
Really?
Tears, right? And they were saying you don't understand.
Like opened his front door. It was like.
So for 24 hours after it happened, it was a tirade of abuse. And this guy's an artist, so he's just saying he's not good enough.
Shouldn't he have thicker skin than that then?
I'm about as thick as that statue.
I don't know, but isn't there that like?
No,
it's my art. This is how I interpret it.
No, I don't think so. What I liked about the video is that he kind of blamed Ronaldo a little bit.
Did he?
Yeah, he went, well, we showed him the first one, then Ronaldo said, I don't like the creases on the eyes, can you get rid of them? And he felt like, I don't know, it didn't seem like that was what he was getting at. Go and watch it, it's good film.
Liverpool, Man City yesterday. Before the game, what did you think was going to happen? Because I tweeted out, I had a bad feeling for Liverpool. I thought, that Chan, I thought Man City would just be too much. I thought they would have learnt from the last time.
You've seen Liverpool turn up on these occasions so many times. They scored the first goal, and one of my mates texted me and said they've got one hand on the cup, and I was like, mate, it's way too early. What are you talking about? Shit, they've scored again. And I was like, all right, 2-0, over 2 legs, only one goal, game complete. Mane's just scored. Yeah. It's the first half an hour was one of the best performances from a side against an elite club that Man City are that I've ever seen.
But weren't Man City awful as well?
I think it was more. I think that's always easy to throw. I think it was more about Liverpool's tenacity. They tried. Man City were trying to unlock the door. Just they defended so well, and the counter-attacking from Liverpool was just incredible. The desire to get that ball back. When Oxlade-Chamberlain picked the ball up, it looked like he had loads of room, but his pace, that little burst of pace into space, enabled him to open up and get the shot away. But when that ball was bouncing around, there was no space at all.
Do we need to get Milner back for England? Milner and Henderson. Huh? Everyone's figured it out now. These two are actually footballing geniuses.
I mean, I think, look, all jokes aside, when you've got forwards like Liverpool, having some players that are good at breaking Henderson's incredible at reading the play, being in the right place at the right time, and Milner is a terrier, isn't he? They do a lot of good work, and it isn't very sexy. True. But when you've got Mane, Firmino, and obviously Salah, you don't need it. You get away with Dyer and Henderson in midfield if we had them three up front.
Yeah,
but we don't. So no.
I guess it's the style that works in that sense, because you're not slowly tapping it through. You're not going to try and beat a man and then do something.
No, get them and go.
Get it and go. It's
and it's so exciting. It's so exciting to watch. And you know what I mean? I've made it clear many times, I'm not a fan of Liverpool. They're up there, my most hated. But you can't do anything but applaud them. What it really irritated me about is like obviously the narrative about Liverpool fans saying, they're gonna intimidate them with our crowd and the feel, the atmosphere. Like in my opinion,
you not buy that?
I do. I think that's exactly what I think. Right. They were shocked by it, and I hate the kind of narrative that Liverpool got incredible fans. Last night they were incredible. That the whole ground was so loud, the booing, the whistling. It was almost like the kind of what happens in Italy and in Spain when you play out there. And there was something. I don't even want to say it, but it was incredible. I can't say anything else.
Let's touch on because part of that intimidation was before the game. Was the whole thing outside the ground with the bus coming through. I saw a comment of Paul talking about that actually. And a different bus came through, which wasn't that bus.
That got it as well.
That got it. It's like dress rehearsal. Right, is everyone ready? Right, here we go. Pick up your bottles. Pick up your bottles. Here we go. So, look, Rory tweeted.
I saw him.
And I like the
sentiment.
I get what he was saying, but I knew on Twitter he was going to get a bit of
Flack. What was his
flack for
tweet?
it.
What did he say?
His tweet was essentially saying that before anyone takes a swipe at Liverpool fans for doing the bus thing, that's exactly what football fans should be doing. It should be about partisanship, tribalism, and intimidating the opposition. I wish Chelsea would do that.
You can't condone violence in society. You can't. It's just not. It's not helpful. It isn't something that creates a great precedent. You know, you don't want to ever do something that's going to hurt.
Smell it, however.
You don't want to do anything that's going to hurt
That's a butt. Sorry, it's a butt. Go on.
hurt another individual. You know, ultimately, it's human beings, and you've got to be kind to people, each other. However, the atmosphere that they created when them going in removes them from their ability to concentrate on the game, and that is an advantage. So I don't think throwing bottles you should never throw bottles at a bus because it could bounce off, hit a little kid or whatever, or hit Raheem Sterling. Shouldn't do it. No one deserves that, right?
That's two examples.
Yeah, they're both.
Could hit Raheem Sterling.
They're both children.
Could hit a small child or Raheem Sterling.
And
or a small child that looks like Raheem Sterling.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the worst one.
There's lots. So you know, but in terms of the effectiveness of it, you know, I would love it. I love that idea of waiting for him to come in. Like, I'd rather be in the pub. Got to be having a few beers with my mates. Yeah. I've got to be honest because I'm a lad, no.
Yeah.
That's what I'm about. Yeah. But you know, I'd much rather be in the pub than waiting and watching my football team go in. But it does create. It looks great. It looks incredible, and for the right games, and it did, you know, it's a good thing to do, and it did well in, you know, where they're all kind of focused on the game and thinking, right, what's my role? What am I doing? Where am I running? What's Pep told me to do? Don't want him to shout at me. And then suddenly it's like, fuck, we're being attacked.
Yeah. Especially when people have been talking about the atmosphere, Anfield, European nights, and then that happens, it does just exacerbate whatever kind of little feelings and worries that you've got.
I don't want to overplay that, though, because when teams go out to Turkey, which is infinitely more intimidating, and win. So it's not, I don't think that they ran out there scared. I just think that it distorted their ability to implement their plan.
Yeah. The one thing I was thinking about this, because I don't know totally how I feel about it, because you're right, the bottom line is you can't, because if this is totally okay, because the press is kind of generally going, this is okay.
Are they?
That's the feeling I'm getting. That's the feeling I'm getting from everyone, right? But if that becomes okay, then everyone's going to do it.
Yeah.
And then that's not good. You know, it's not good for the bus industry, which I feel passionately about. But also, a couple of years ago, do you remember the last game at the Boleyn?
West Ham, yeah.
West Ham, and it was a total different spin on it. West Ham fans were thugs. It was disgraceful. I think we had a kind of different tone on it. Again, we were kind of reasonable because we're expert pundits. But the feeling around that was like, that's disgraceful. What are you doing, and all that stuff. What makes it okay what makes this one a bit more okay?
Good question.
I don't know. I'm not saying you've got the answer. If anyone's got the answer, then let me know.
I've got an answer.
Go on.
I think there's more of a kickback to the atmosphere in grounds now. I think people are acutely aware that what football was has died, and that seeing a bit of, it's not the thuggery, but the atmosphere and passion. I think people enjoy it because it's a throwback. With regards to West Ham, I guess the reputation of West Ham fans is slightly more rugged than that of Liverpool, and the malevolence in the West Ham fan base is probably more, you know, obvious. But Liverpool got some, you know, they got their own firm,
Sure.
just like West Ham. So I don't know. I remember what you're saying. It's just a narrative that I haven't read what's been in the press, so I don't really know. There's no doubt those people are going to be arrested and they'll probably get banned from football and may even serve time. So. Yeah. So if you're thinking about it,
no,
you know,
I mean, I don't want to get anyone in trouble. Trivia.
I don't think you'll have to worry about it. Really, go on.
Yeah, not really involved with it. Believe it or not, I'm not really involved with those sort of people. Trivia. Last week, actually, let's do our fan league plug. Look, it's fan league. We're building the world's #1 football community.
Without them, we're nothing.
We are totally, absolutely nothing.
Come and play with us. One for the weekend.
Exactly. Join the One for the Weekend League. Link is in the description. Add me as a friend, James ALLCOTT. And add Flav as well, because he gets credits which he can redeem and play for free.
Yep.
Make more bets on the Fan League app. It's good fun. Get involved. You can win some money. 13 games you've got to predict. If you can get it right, you win money.
Still win money for 12 and 11. correct. So you can get 2 right. So it's better than accumulator.
Exactly. And we always do a video, actually. I don't think we've ever said this. We always do a video on the Fan League YouTube channel as well. Go through some of our picks as well. So you can head over there and subscribe to the Fan League channel. Trivia, last week we asked you asked, which team in the Premier League have the record of scoring 5 goals in the quickest time? And who was it against? And how long did it take them?
I can't remember.
Arsenal, it was.
Oh, yeah? Oh, yeah,
Southampton, after just 26 minutes.
5 goals in 26 minutes, eh?
And who scored the first goal at the London Stadium for West Ham and against who? It was Czech Kyoto against NK Domzali,
Wow.
which I've never heard before. Is that actually Scott? Is that? Don't say anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's nodding. Apparently that's a team. This week, you'll never get it. You're not getting this one. Because my sauce is tasty, it's spicy. Alright. Which 7 players have worn Southampton's number 9 shirt in the Premier League? I'm looking at the names now. They're all well-known names if you're an actual football fan. And you should be getting it. It's a good one, this one.
Should be getting it. You'll get it if you're a Southampton fan. But I don't even think... There'll be some Southampton fans out there that wouldn't get that.
They are all famous names for me, apart from maybe one of them. And I'll give you the initials of that one and the year of that one. 2000 to 2001. And the initials are MD. Don't Google it. Jordan. And anyone else. No doping, please. Let's do Man City, Man United before we get into stat nuggets. Your favourite bit, isn't it?
Yeah.
So they're going to win the league. We knew that for a while. We've known that for a while. But I can exclusively reveal that they will win the league soon. But they might do it against Man United.
Yeah.
At the Etihad.
Look,
that is.
I know how that feels.
If you said to a Man City fan, you could. If you said to a Man City fan, you can beat Liverpool this week, but you don't beat Man United. What?
Just him sneezing like this. We ain't recording the
Yeah.
podcast.
Sorry, boys.
Just hold it in.
Right.
If I said to you, right, you can have a win against Liverpool,
Yep.
putting you in a great position for the second leg to win the Champions League, which would be incredible.
Yeah. Or beat Man United.
Or beat Man United. Which one would you take?
So if the roles reversed and that was Arsenal, I would.
But you lose to United this weekend. That's a meme, isn't it? Someone get that on a GIF.
No.
Look.
I couldn't beat Arsenal. Fuck the Champions League. I know that's.
Fuck the Champions League.
Yeah. Fuck it.
Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good, isn't it?
Because you might not even need. You might not even win. You still got a semi-final and a final to get through.
That's true.
I'd take the win over Arsenal. Win the
think I
league.
would as
Win the
well.
league against Arsenal.
I can't think of any. Like I know you're going to laugh at me, but if we could win a league, full stop. But if we could win a league or any kind of trophy, beating Chelsea.
Yeah. There's nothing more you need. There's nothing more you need. You wouldn't even need the Champions League.
Go away, Champions League. I don't care about it.
Yeah, we get it.
And anyone trying to play it down, Man United fans trying to play it down, I know what you're trying to do. It's like when someone's won you up, they found something, they found that crack.
Yeah, it's going to be
horrible.
horrible.
You're not biting, you're trying not to bite.
Do you know why I know it's going to be horrible? Because I've had it worse than that. I was at White Hart Lane when we drew 2-2 against Arsenal and they celebrated winning the league. That was...
Did you get a 2-2 draw, didn't you, though?
Yeah, last minute. Jamie Redknapp.
Yeah.
Right. It's weird that you know that.
Is it?
Yeah, you just like football too much.
Yeah. Football years and Sky, it's good.
Oh, right.
The game though against Liverpool it was the first time I thought. So I was going to ask this question anyway, but initially I was going to go, who's going to challenge Man City next year? How many years is this Man City team going to dominate? But after last night, for the first time I was like, well, hang on, we were saying all this stuff about Chelsea and Conte last year.
Yeah. I mean,
do you think that Liverpool have figured out Man City a little bit? Not in a way that any of the smaller teams can do, because I'm not sure they can play at that quality. Or maybe they can play at that intensity, but not the quality. But Spurs, and I mean, I guess maybe not Arsenal, they can't do it. But have we seen a different side to Man City there? That actually, once this season ends and they've got to start again, that actually they won't be as incredible as they've been this year.
Which one of those questions do you want me to answer?
I don't know. Have I not helped?
There was like 5.
Okay.
They're all good and interesting as well.
First one. Do you think Man City will dominate for years?
It's so difficult, even with Man City's financial doping, that to go and win back-to-back titles, to win 3 in a row, and that's what you're talking about in terms of domination. So look, I wouldn't be too worried about them dominating for years like they have run away with this league title, because people do figure them out. And Pep Guardiola will have to change and adapt to the way he's playing. I don't think this team isn't playing the same football they did at Barcelona. So he would need to adapt, and when you adapt, it doesn't always work and whatnot. And then there'll be other forces coming in. So anything can happen in football. I wouldn't worry too much about that. You know, we won't see the levels of domination like we did in Liverpool in the 80s. You know, that was domination.
And I think,
but in terms of Liverpool,
football's so volatile as well in terms of like how it's reported. It's so up and down.
Yeah.
And by nature it is. We were talking about it earlier, that kind of irrational joy when it's going well and the despair when it's not.
Yeah, I mean,
I think it's highlighted nowadays, and so because of that, I think that makes it harder to retain a title as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I think in terms of Liverpool and Klopp sussing them out, I think, you know, Klopp has had a good record against Guardiola. You know, he has more wins against Guardiola than any other manager in world football. I think 6 now. So yes, they've sussed. He has sussed them out. Liverpool have sussed them out. That doesn't mean, like you say, it's going to work for everyone. Spurs tried to play him at the Etihad and they annihilated us. It was the only time Spurs have been humbled this year, this season, and you have to have elite players to play that way,
but they do.
They do. That forward line is among the best in Europe, obviously. So it's about sitting back, countering, and then playing that counter attack, and they've got the best players for it. They've definitely sussed them out, yeah. So
the next bit of that 5-question rant I had earlier, who's going to challenge them next year? Is it from 16 points? I think the best is 18 points. Man United in 2000. You'd expect them if anyone's going to drop more points this season, Man City or Man United, it's probably going to be Man United. So you would expect them to go beyond that. So be the greatest points tally.
Yeah.
So say they got to 18, 19, 20.
Yeah.
Is it? Can you make that up in one season? Can that change? Can you have big enough of a swing?
Because Chelsea are sort of 26 points behind them now, so there's a swing nut right there.
You're right. Yeah, true.
So you can, and people will. I think they probably will go on to win it next year.
Who's going to get closest to them?
Could be any one of those 6. You know, Arsenal. If Arsenal sack Wenger, which they probably will. If he decides to leave, love it if he got another contract. I really love that. Then you know, it's a case of what will happen when they transition. You know, they talk about Tuchel, but I don't think that's going to happen because he had a massive falling out with that head scout when they were at Dortmund.
Yeah,
they don't get
conflicting reports with that, isn't it? That some people are going. I love that source close to him said, and then it's a speech marks. He's going, I know it's for the best for the club for him to come in. Like that, I can't imagine him saying that. Yeah, I really don't like him at all.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you, but I'm just going to do it for the club. I think he could go to Chelsea though.
Tuchel, yeah. So he's a good manager. Dortmund were excellent when I watched them play over 2 legs against Spurs. Took you to White Hart Lane that time, remember? Boring.
Yeah, it was
quite boring. So, you know, but it could be anyone. Liverpool, the form that they've had, they could challenge next year. I think they will challenge next year if they can keep hold of Salah.
And Spurs on that road of getting better and better and better.
I think.
Where's it end? Has it ended?
No, it hasn't ended. Spurs. I'm a little bit worried about our financial structure. I'm a little bit worried. I realise. I think that in order to get to that next stage where we can realistically challenge for Champions League and for the Premier League, that we will need to spend, and we haven't spent money in 10 years. We've got a net spend of -2 over the last 10 years, so we've never spent any money.
Wow.
And it's incredible that we got to this stage, where we are now, and maybe this is the right method to it, but it feels like when at times when we've come up against true quality, they've had those elite players that only need that moment.
That make the difference,
And what we kind of peppered Juve's goal for two games pretty much, and they had 13 minutes where they destroyed us. 4 games, the tie was over because they've got players on their own that would walk into our team.
But you've got players that would go into their team. You've got Cuadrado, who wasn't good enough for Chelsea.
He wasn't an elite player. He wasn't one of the ones I mentioned though. Douglas Costa would get into our team. Dybala, Higuain.
But my point is, Eriksen would get into the Juventus team. Kane would get into the Juventus team.
I think to supplement those great players, we need a special.
You need your Cantona, your guy who takes you to proper next.
Yeah, and I don't think that's going to happen. And there's a lot of stuff going on at Tottenham. But look, don't get me wrong. I sound like I'm a doom-mongery. It's brilliant being at Spurs at the moment. We're very, very lucky. It's just that Toby's going. I think that's done. He's going.
Did you just do the thing that you hate?
What?
You just did the thing that he hates in the ad.
You did.
I did. Yeah. No, I do.
Toby? Who's Toby?
He's not my mate. He's not my mate.
He's mates with Stevie G, isn't he? JT. You just did it, mate.
I know, and I apologise. I'm making myself sick.
Toby's going.
Do you know what it is? Because Alderweireld is just a bit of a tongue mouthful, isn't it?
To navigate.
It's a mouthful, yeah. Chelsea could come good if they get the manager, but they don't spend the way they do. I think next season, based on what we've seen this season, it will be Spurs at Liverpool, and that will push them.
Okay.
If you look at Spurs' form, just to finish on that, is apart from that Man United game, we've been very, very good. Man City game, we've been very good. And by the way, I've made a film about Dele Alli being the most hated player in the Premier League.
Or Dele, as you call him.
Or Dele. You can check that on the YouTube channel, on Ball Street's YouTube channel. Please go across and watch that. That would be greatly appreciated.
Yeah, do it. Right, still to come, Stat Nuggets, Soldiers Lost in Battle. A couple of those were the days. We'll do very quickly. And questions for Flames. Let's get into the best bit of the podcast. It is a joy every single week. I love it. I want to hug it. It's Stat Nuggets. Just 3 pearlers this week. I know that I've taken your feedback on board, and sometimes you're going, there's too many Stat Nuggets. Yeah, it's great, but it's almost like high quality food. It can be rich, and if you have too much of that, then you feel a bit bilious. Is that a word?
Bilious?
Is that a word?
I hope so.
I've
never heard it before.
Right, that's a word, isn't it?
Go on, you
Bilious, I think it's like sick.
Can't confirm.
Okay, can't confirm nor deny.
You crack on, I'm just going to Google it.
Okay, alright. Okay, first one. From T. Dyer Westfield, who's an OG of Ball Street. Thanks for getting in touch. Stat Nugget, 5 of the last six times that Liverpool have reached... Am I right?
It could work. Bilious is probably misspelled. Trying bilious... anyway, suffering from or suggested a liver disorder or gastric distress. So
gastric distress, bilious.
Yeah, I'll give it to you. Okay. I like that. I've never heard that word before.
You're welcome. It's almost a Stat Nugget. Word nugget.
I mean, I've gone from me teaching you how to use an apostrophe to...
Still haven't figured it out.
to
still a gamble.
New words. Bilious. Nice.
Right, yeah. Where is it? Tide of Westerveld, or whatever he's called. 5 of the last 6 times that Liverpool have reached the knockout rounds of the Champions League, they've had to play against another English team. The last time it didn't happen was in 2006 when they lost to Benfica.
There we go.
Stat Nugget, and they do well against the English sides. A Liverpool victory this weekend. Who they got this weekend? Oh, Merseyside Derby. Bumper weekend of football. We'll take them into double figures for away wins for the second successive season, which would be a first for them in the Premier League era. And I'm going to mash up a little Stat Nugget with those were the days, because I've got 2 that I've just popped in before we start the podcast.
All right, can I just make a comment on that?
No, because I'm doing my days of the days there. I've just done a nice link there and you've ruined it.
Go on then.
Do you remember when Liverpool were a mess? Steve Harkness, Stig Inge Bjornaby. I was chatting to Jed about it. Kvana. There are loads of awful, like Razor Ruddock. I like the guy. I'm not telling the story.
He likes you.
I'm not. Shut up. But he played for Liverpool. He was fat then.
Razor Ruddock was not a bad defender. He played for Spurs too.
Mate, he kept QPR up one year. We had him on loan from Liverpool.
There we go.
But
this is Razor Ruddock in a nutshell.
Yeah. His head, he had... Some footballers have sort of a certain sort of slant to their head because they've headed the ball so much.
Yeah.
Razor Ruddock had that. But do you remember, those were the days when Liverpool were at mess, finishing 7th. And we were going, that's all right, Gerrard, Julio, have another season. It's fine. Finishing 7th.
They were.
Imagine if Klopp did that now. Well, the first season he finished 8th and they were a mess.
Go
on.
Scott, you did Stat Nuggets, didn't you? Don't speak. Answer by miming. That isn't a stat.
What?
That hasn't happened yet. It hasn't even happened.
No,
Do the stat nugget next week.
it would be the first.
It would be.
Yeah.
If it's a stat,
Exciting.
do it when it happens. Next week we can do that. Not now.
No, back pocket. You've got to keep the long picture in mind, Flav. Put that in your back pocket.
I don't like this section, right? I don't like this section, yeah? And you're populating it with shit that shouldn't be in the section, all right?
You've got your head down, mate. You need to get your head up, yeah? That's an incredible stat.
You need to get your head out your arse.
As soon as
Because this is not a good idea anymore.
As soon as they bang in the third one against Merseyside, go, yeah, what great win. Great to win the Merseyside derby. And not only that, bang. Stat note.
Bollocks.
Pep Guardiola could become the third manager to win the title in England and at least 2 of the other big 5 European leagues. After which 2 managers, Flav? You can read it.
Carlo Ancelotti and Jose Mourinho.
Carlo Ancelotti doesn't get the... I don't think he gets the respect he deserves sometimes. He's been there and he's done it.
Over 100... Was it... How many got... Was it 100... Has anyone got over 100 points in the Premier League?
No.
Ancelotti won the league with Chelsea, though. Yeah. That a canter, didn't he?
Yeah. They did a double, didn't they?
Oh, yeah.
So Guardiola can do that. And last one, West Ham. They've got Chelsea this weekend. I've got a feeling West Ham are going to do something in that game, by the way.
Really?
But I had a feeling Man City were going to win yesterday. West Ham last did the league double over Chelsea in 2002-2003 campaign. Not a great stat nugget. But wait, a season in which they were relegated.
It's like history repeating itself.
So you've got a West Ham fan, maybe a West Ham lady. You're in the club.
The club.
West Ham have just beaten Chelsea. It's around it's around 5:30.
Go on,
on Sunday, and you're in the club.
I'm in the club.
And you're looking like you want to kind of put them down a bit, just to kind of make them go, hang on, this guy's got something. They're getting all excited.
Am I the girl or the boy?
You're the girl.
Right.
West Ham have just like... Yeah. West Ham have just done the double, so they're giving the big one. Alright. Got to do that bit. West Ham have just done the double on Chelsea.
Just done a double on Chelsea?
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, well, last time we did that was 2002. Last time we did that was 2002.
Right?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, and you got relegated, love.
Come on, let's go.
See? And then you go away and she's like, hang on, this guy's different.
Yeah.
And you're in.
Yeah.
Stat nuggets.
Good. That's a little bit of... that was weird.
Yeah, I like the way you dance.
So white man's over by it.
White man's
The true story, right? True story. My mum met my dad in a club, or disco, as she put it, in Birmingham.
White man's over.
And
Black men don't do that.
No, it's called the white man's over. Like everyone's allowed. There's no problem here.
What's it called, white man's over?
It's just the name of the dance.
Right.
Right? And my dad apparently went over to her like this. All right, love. Fancy a bunk up?
You say bunk up?
Yeah. Fancy a bunk up? Little knee trembler round the back.
On the back.
Yeah, round the back of the bins.
Lovely.
Probably that's how I was conceived.
Yeah. Really, that is lovely.
Yeah.
That is lovely. Dance moves that aren't dance moves. It's just something. It's just another move that you're relaying as a dance move. Is a great way to dance if you're a man who can't dance.
So I'd explain that. I don't know.
So, for example, like there's knocked up. There's the guy like he rolls the dice. That's his move. It's just throwing dice.
I get that.
You got your white man's own bike.
That is natural dancing.
Right. There's basketball. Just bouncing the ball. Look pretty cool.
Yeah, I get that.
So yeah.
Yeah. What else you got?
There's a snorkel.
Oh, hello. Wait, well, come on down, Adam.
Come do that. Yeah. Come do that. The snorkel is there.
That is. I don't think in your little raves, in his healing raves. I don't think I'll be doing that.
Could you imagine that? He's in the club.
Yeah. Come on, guys.
Please tell me you've never done this. Like, something tells me you have. All right.
Oh, mate, all over that. Do you know what? This is one for you. This is yours, guys. I'm giving you this for free. Okay.
The podcast listeners are loving this.
Yeah. The old hand grenade's a great one.
Oh my God! Have you? You haven't you?
Mate, hand grenade's a good one.
What happens? Because you read it that in your head, you're blowing them to bits.
I'm blowing their minds. On the dance floor, I'm blowing the dance floor up.
Yeah.
Right? You do your little walk.
Yeah.
Right? You get your hand grenade. You've got to be quite slapstick with the look.
Yeah.
That's what makes it really cool. Being slapstick with it. You look at the hand grenade, you go, hang on a minute. What's he going to do with this hand grenade? It's not a real hand grenade, just speaking here. It's just a, pretend air, isn't it? Pretend.
Yeah.
You pull it out, you throw it, and then you do that. When it drops. Chicks love it. Married. You married?
No. Maybe one day.
There's your stat nuggets for
Ollie,
you.
if you're watching, love you so much.
Yeah, love you, Foxy. You're Foxy, are you? Sorry. Do you want to explain that?
No.
Do you want to explain that?
Not at
Do you
all.
think you should
I
explain?
think you should.
What the fuck?
Explain Foxy?
What are you doing?
Explain Foxy, people, quickly. Because it won't make sense now, because I've brought it up. Sorry.
My girlfriend calls me Foxy.
Nothing wrong with that. That would be embarrassing.
I mean, like, I'm doubling down here. As a nickname, not bad. I didn't make her call me that. She just happened to.
You should. And why does she call you Foxy?
When I met her,
She likes to rummage around the bins late at night.
yeah.
Make some strange sounds. at
When I
times.
met her, I had a shirt. It was like my pull-in shirt. I had a pull-in shirt.
Oh dear. Describe the
Mate,
pull-in shirt.
The pull-in shirt was by a brand
for the weekend. This
brand
is
called Fake London. Fake London, yeah. And it was pinstriped, and it had a velvet fox on the front. Well, it was actually a dog. It's a pit bull.
Sorry, a velvet fox.
Yeah, like a felt.
I love an
fox.
animal, don't you?
Yeah, it's a quality shirt. It's a nice shirt. It's a bit out there, and it would draw attention from the ladies, and it was a shoe-in basically.
Peacocking, essentially.
Yes, and this happened again with her, but her friends were so mangled. We was in a festival.
Mangled.
They were in a festival that they thought it was a fox, and that's how it stuck.
That's lovely.
There you go.
We've got it's a bit of a random one today. It's fine. Soldiers lost in battle time. Right, this is good.
Are you doing it all or half?
I'm doing half.
At what point you stop?
Part one. I've got a spot where. Alright, stop.
All right, go for it.
This is the best Soldiers Lost in Battle story ever. Part one today. Get you there, get you set up for it. Like a good Netflix doc.
Yeah.
You were like, next week you'll have to hang around.
Cliffhanger.
Right. This one, so we're just setting the scene with this one, so I thought I'd go with something slightly
So
different.
Scott, you bored? He's on his phone.
Unbelievable.
Scott's on his phone.
Unbelievable.
All right. Noted.
Yeah, so it's a bit different this one. I'm just setting the scene, so I've got some different music for it. So.
Yeah. Someone just lost in battle.
Ah, because we're setting the scene, aren't we? It was May 2003 and a frisson of ecstasy and elation hung over the drab exterior of a rain-sodden Glasgow airport. Amassed ranks of green and white supporters teemed from the entrance to the departure lounge. The stage was set, the invasion of land, sea and air had begun. 80,000 Hoops fans descended upon the sun-drenched Andalusian capital Seville. Love that. This was Celtic's first European final in 33 years and three 18-year-old boys' first holiday together. Myself and my pals Davey and John had three of the hottest tickets in all of Britain. Martin O'Neill's Celtic versus Jose Mourinho's Porto in the UEFA Cup final. It was the night before the final. Davey, John and I decided to go out and revel in the pre-match festivities. Alcohol. Such was the colonialisation by Celtic fans. Seville was like Glasgow, except with sun and much better beer. It was beautiful. We lost John early on. He got lucky with a girl and went back to her hotel. If only then we'd known how lucky he was. Davey and I... Let's calm that down a bit. Davey and I somewhat fatefully followed a group of Porto fans that neither of us could understand into a dingy bar. That's where we met him. Takes a turn now. To this day, I couldn't tell you this man's name, but his moniker from that day forth was White Teeth. Oh yeah, I've got dark music here, hang on. Let me get back to it. It was White Teeth, dark teeth. The man had a mouth of pearly whites that could induce seizures. And he had all the smarmy charm to go with it. He used a sickly sweet confidence that wafted into the room, announcing his presence before he arrived and thereby ensuring every eye fell upon him as he entered, which he duly ignored with visible pleasure. This is brilliant. This was a man who needed no friends, no entourage. His friends were wherever his pint happened to sit. From one night to the next, amongst all the eyes appraising him, he honed in on mine and Davies and was upon us in a smirking flash. All right, lads. Just got here 20 minutes ago. Drove all the way from Glasgow. I need a effing pint, he announced. What to my music?
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, well, I like that.
You're spoiling the flow.
Yeah.
People are in the story.
There we go. It's good music, though, isn't it? Now, up close, this bastard was just annoyingly handsome. He didn't even look Scottish, with his deep tan, perfectly coiffed hair and his teeth. Those bloody teeth, so large and gleaming that they looked like they had been carved from elephant tusks. He looked like he'd strolled right out of Beverly Hills, not Bridgeton. The one imperfection, the one ink blot on White Teeth's appearance. He had a very unusual and unsightly scar on his left arm, which he had tried successfully to mask with a tattoo of the Celtic crest scrawled across it. I didn't trust him. Something didn't sit right. There was a synthetic, unnatural quality about him. Like when QPR win back-to-back games. No need for that. It was that self-satisfied air of a man believing there was nothing in this world you could do for him that he couldn't do himself. A deviousness hung low behind the apparent dismissiveness. He portrayed an absolute confidence that was simultaneously endearing and unsettling as he began commanding the room with his personality. You could feel the aura he projected while others were intoxicated by it, ensnared by it. I sensed its unchecked malevolence. But Davey liked him, mostly because he thought he'd help us get some fit birds. Davey was the looking for good in people upbeat James to my cynical, miserable Flav. I'd have happily slammed the bastard in room 69 and thrown away the key, but alas, I didn't. So we drank about, began extolling the virtues of our wonderful team and its wonderful campaign. The rest of the night was an intermittent haze. 6 a.m. rolled around, and if we were drunk when White Teeth had first shown up, now we were positively steaming. I can't remember the exact details, but because White Teeth didn't have a hotel room, Davey had invited him to sleep on the couch in the flat we'd rented. We got back, he collapsed on the couch. Davey and I somehow made it to our beds and conked out. I awoke at 2 p.m. with the Spanish afternoon sun stroking my face. Any notion of a hangover was eviscerated by the sheer excitement. Today, Celtic were going to be European champions. Or sort of. I gave Davey a kick and made my way to the door. I went to open it, but it wouldn't open. It's funny, when I look back on that moment, my first instinct, for a fleeting second, was a feeling of an innocent bit of fun, rather than the sheer horror that was about to unfold. Hang on, there's a tiny bit there.
Is that the way you end it?
Haha, very funny, I said to Davey as I gave him another kick. What have you done to the door, you tit? What the hell are you talking about? Davey groaned. He got up and moved to the door warily, believing me to be the one winding him up. When he tried to open it, and the genuine confusion that seeped through his face when it couldn't, that was when my panic set in. Don't fucking wind me up, Davey, I blasted. Don't you fucking wind me up, you tit, Davey roared back. I didn't do this, honestly, I protested. I started banging on the door to get White Teeth's attention. What was his name again? I demanded Davey. I can't remember, Davey mumbled. Hey mate, we're stuck in here. Can you see if anything is jamming from that side? I bellowed through the door while banging as hard as I could. Davey joined in, shouting, "Wake up, you stupid prick! Wake fucking up! We're stuck in here!" I lost patience. I moved to retrieve my phone so I could call John. As I searched for the phone, starting with a lazy scan of the room and culminating in a panic tossing of bags, pillows, and eventually whole beds, the horror began to break through. Not the true horror. No, that beautiful realisation was being saved for a perverse climax a few minutes down the road, but a horror nonetheless. End of part 1.
Mate, that guy can write.
Yeah.
That is...
Join us next week.
Who is it? What's the guy's name?
I haven't got it on here.
What?
No, we'll find it.
What?
We'll find it.
What, when? This is the chance where he gets his...
Oh, no, he'll get it. That all will be revealed next week. I don't know, it's not there.
He's gone to massive effort to write that
It's
down.
fine. You get a name check.
Whoever you are, I love you.
This part 2 is incredible, and there could be a sequel as well, which is exciting. So we'll reveal all of that next week.
Amazing scenes. White Teeth, eh? What's he up to? What's
White
he done?
Teeth is a devilish little mother.
That was the first time I heard that. I read some of it last week and I thought there's no way I'm reading this out. That was incredible. That was.
And I think the music lifted it.
I want to know what this guy does. I want to know
a job.
Yeah, what he does for a job.
Do you want a bit of a backstory on him?
I want to know whether or not. I want to know a bit about him.
Did they get to watch the game? Find out next week. Quick, those were the days. We did Liverpool already. Do you remember when Man City were a mess?
Yeah, I remember when they were in League One. That's
Yeah.
what I remember. That's the real Man City, not this. That's the real Man City. This is an imposter, and they shouldn't have anything good happen to them.
Great.
I'm not happy with that.
I do. I think that'll be a badge of honour for older fans as the years go by. They'll start to get annoyed by these new fans that have turned up that are outraged.
Do you know what? It's tough
because they haven't won the league for 2 seasons.
Yeah. It must be tough for. Actually, not tough. You take it all day. But you know, for fans that have been there all the time, where were you when you were shit? All that stuff in Chelsea, and like they were all there. You know, most of the people that go to watch football would have watched Man City when they were shit. And you kind of think, well, it's great that can happen for them, that it's turned around. But there must be it must bug them a little bit, saying, well, look, you know, your victories mean nothing. Do you reckon? Or do you
Yeah. No, I think you're right. I think it does.
Yeah.
I think it's a funny situation for them. But yeah, like you say, you take it all day long. Right?
Yeah.
And final one of those are the days, we're having a quick debate in the office. Total 90 boots. Remember them? Were they nice or not? Because I didn't like them. But Scott, who will not be speaking, he thought they were peng. Yeah. And Adam, you liked them as well, didn't you?
When we were at school, year 2004, they were the cool boot.
Were they your AstroTurf of choice?
Yes.
Our R9, those boots, everyone loves. I don't like it at all.
I love them.
I'm well overrated.
They're so good.
Good to play in, or they would just look.
Yeah, good to play in. I thought they looked good as well. That's my thing with Total 90. Let us know. Hashtag love Total 90. Or you're good at this. What's it? Love the Total 90.
Love the 90.
Yeah, or don't no more 90. No more Total 90 for me.
No more 90.
Because I didn't like the fact that it had like this. It kind of moved the boot into 2 sections, and it made the front of your foot look big.
Yeah. So my boots, I'm looking at my phone so that I can't remember the name of them, but there's these classic all one colour boot. I think Adidas did one. I can't remember the name. I'll put a link in the description if I remember. But
no, you won't.
No, I never do that. But I like this traditional old boot. The black. You know, I love Dyer so much because he wears all black boots. I don't know if he has this season actually, but. That's what I like. I don't like too much flashy colour.
Old school, yeah. Old school. So that's those were the days. We need some new those were the days. So let us know in the comments below things you miss about football. Tiny little things. The smaller the better. Yeah. Very, very briefly, I just wanted to say massive game. Brighton Hove Albion v Huddersfield Town. People don't see it in a massive weekend of fixtures. Brighton, if they win it, they're pretty much there. Huddersfield, if they don't win it.
What do you think of Chris Hughton as a couch?
As a couch. I think it's a bit slim for me.
Not very comfortable.
I don't think it'll be very comfortable at all.
As a coach. I always say he's got a bit of a raw deal, don't you?
Yeah, I think he
got
does.
sacked from Newcastle way too early, but then.
Yeah. I think they know that now. I think the hindsight has shown that they should have stuck Chris Hughton.
Yeah.
He's done. The thing is, he's so mild mannered that will be the end of him sooner or later. But he's done an unbelievable job at Brighton. I think their recruitment's amazing.
I thought they would get odds on to go down as well.
I did actually think they would be fine from the start just because of their defence. But I think going forward they've stepped it up. And Glenn Murray, although I really don't like him at all, he's scored goals for them.
He does.
Yeah, they've made good. And was it Gross? Pascal Gross, great. Pascal Gross, is that right? Yeah. He's been a great buy, an incredible buy for them. Right. Questions for Flames. Here we go. Another bit of a long one, and then we'll be wrapping up.
How long?
Quick fire, birds and that update.
Not a lot to update.
No,
sorry.
nothing.
Did you not get wonky at the weekend?
Might have got a little bit wonky, but
Explain wonky.
No.
rather not.
Okay. Mace Tattoo got in touch, and he's got a question for us for Flames.
Mace Tattoo.
Flam James Flames. Hi guys, I have a Flames / birds and that submission if you're interested. Little backstory.
No, I'm not interested.
Oh.
Carry on.
So subscribe. Little backstory. I'm 21 and a tattoo apprentice.
Nice.
Quite cool, isn't it? That's going to get girls on your own.
You're no problem.
Yeah. There's a girl who lives next door who I've always been friendly with. Last summer we became a little closer, inviting her round for barbecue, exchanging phone numbers, and getting to know each other a lot better.
That sounds like a good foundation.
That sounds
for a
lovely,
relationship.
yeah, very wholesome.
Good work.
I designed a book's worth of tattoos for her, essentially the mixtape of today. Oh, for him, anyway.
All right.
And she refused to get them done by any artist who wasn't me.
Again, this is lovely.
Indicator of interest there.
Good.
She found all my social media pages and likes everything I post.
You are in.
When I say everything, I mean everything. Posts, photos, and even comments.
Oh. That.
Across all platforms.
Alarm bells.
across all platforms. It'd be fine if it was just Facebook.
And I haven't read this. I don't know what this is, but that alarm bell's on film.
Is it okay? Right. This is good. She started getting flirty and touchy around me. She's a beautiful girl, but I've never had the confidence to start anything because I was obese.
Okay.
Anyway, she left for university last August, and only this Easter break I've managed to see her again. During the time she was away, I lost 6 stone and have never been healthier or in better shape.
She probably
6 stone.
Yeah, that's incredible, and she probably like kick started that. That's good. This is all good. It's good. Right, go on.
Hang on. He's lost 6 stone between August and March. That's
8
incredible.
months. It's possible.
Is it?
Yeah. I mean, what are you calling him alive?
Well, that's great. No, well done.
Okay.
I invited her around for parties and small gatherings, but she seems to act drastically different around me. She seems distant, shy, and just treats me a lot different. She still likes all of my posts on social media, but in real life, she just seems scared to talk to me. I don't want to act pushy or come on too strong, but it's hard to get a conversation started, whereas before we would talk for hours. As far as I know, she's not in a relationship, so it's nothing like a boyfriend holding her down.
Right.
Is she shocked that I look a bit different? Or maybe she just likes fat men instead? I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Any help or advice on where to go from here would be great. The comment goes on a bit, so feel free to trim down if you want to use it.
Well, that's the end.
Probably should have read that.
I mean,
put that at the start.
and we've probably been done.
First time commenter, frequent listener, big fan of the podcast. Keep up the great work. Cheers, mate tattoo. Right.
She's definitely nice fat men.
Oh, is that what you're getting that game, right? Go on.
Yeah, she likes fat men. So it's unfortunate for you, but look, it doesn't matter because, and there's nothing wrong with being fat apart from the associated health problems. So do your best to get fit. I mean, that's fair advice.
Yeah.
But it seems like that's what she's into. I think also coming back into looking, that you look so drastically different is probably alarming. She was attracted to you before, but maybe isn't attracted to you because you do look hugely different when you've lost 6 stone. That's natural. I think.
Is she sure it's you?
Yeah.
Maybe maybe online. This is my thing. Online, she's like, where is this guy? I love him. I'm giving him all the likes. I'm even liking his comments across all platforms.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen the guy in ages.
Come back. He hasn't invited me around. There's just this new weird skinny guy.
Skinny guy who's hanging around.
Yeah. It's a bit weird. That guy. He's a bit too keen.
Yeah. So, mate, just clear that up initially. Just say, hey, it's me, full name.
What's his thing?
No, say your full name to the girl, just to be clear that she knows it's definitely you.
It's me. You remember I used to be fat, now I'm not. Look. What's wrong? What's up?
What's going on?
What's up? That's ultimately, that's the best advice. You go up to her and say, look, what's the deal? Because I thought we had something. And, if it isn't, and then she say, look, to be honest, I fancied you when you were fat. And he will say, fair enough. Don't, for the sake of this girl, go and put 6 stones back on. You've done great work.
Yeah.
You've done great work, and there's people out there that like all shapes and sizes, and everyone will find love. But you're more likely to find girls to sleep with if you lose 6 stone than have 6 stone on. I think that's.
Which depends what your starting point is.
Yeah, unless you go onto some sort of internet forums that like that kind of stuff.
Do you know what I would say? I would say that the big thing here is the time that's passed. With these things, when you have that connection with a girl, you need to try not to think about it too much. You need to move it forward at not at a crazy pace, but at a confident pace. What he's done here, the problem he's had, is that there was that initial thing, and then months have gone by, and now it's just a little bit awkward. If he wants to catch up with where it should be, I think he's just got to go for it. He's just got to ask her out.
It's all about momentum, isn't it?
It's all about momentum.
Yeah.
Ask her out for a drink.
Ask her out for a
See if
drink.
you can rekindle.
Yeah. So go. Yeah, that's what Adam would do. Go out for a nice drink. And the thing is, it depends. It sounds like you're more confident now. And if that's the case, you might not be into that. Some girls don't like that, the confidence stuff. Most do.
Yeah, and she might be hesitant because, I don't know, for whatever reason, like this guy's looking great, it's looking trim, and maybe she doesn't think that she wants to put herself out there because she thinks that you're off gallivanting with other people. So be smooth, be confident, don't overthink it.
Yeah.
Get involved.
Ultimately,
what's going to happen?
You're wasting time listening to this bullshit. Just go and speak to her.
Well, is there a social media angle, Adam, that he can utilise? Because she is liking all posts across all platforms.
She doesn't need to. He's right there. She's right there.
But I know he did.
I
That's
wouldn't worry about the social media.
What are you talking about? You find every date under the sun for using social media.
Is he talking about Bumble?
No, I don't know.
I don't
What
know.
are you talking
No,
about?
he's talking about social media, like affirmation.
Maybe if he really is looking great, slide into a few DMs.
Hello.
There it is.
And then you won't worry about it.
Hey, yeah. Move it forward. You're looking great. Get on this one. You're looking fantastic. All right. Don't worry about this. Don't worry about this, Philly. Get out there. Hey, get out there. You're young. You're trim.
But
you know you can walk and work the club better than you ever have done because you've lost a lot of weight.
Like that.
Be confident and
Go up
move it
to it.
forward. Maybe chuck in the bouncing ball one. That's the one. Get the hand grenade out. There you go.
But before you do all that, just talk to her like a grown up.
Yeah.
Although it is difficult.
That is yeah. It's funny how people just try everything else apart from just going. Should we go out?
That's really hard to do.
That's so hard.
It's really hard.
But it looks very cool.
It's not a problem for me.
No.
At all.
Not for Fox.
Not at all. The fox is in the house.
The fox is about to leave the house.
I'll give you a little tip. I'm going to say it.
Oh, he's doing it. He's going there. This is why you stick around to the end, guys. This is why you watch the whole thing.
This is for the 30% who stay, right? Because 30% seems to be the number across podcasts that I'm involved in that people stay to. Anyhow,
it's a big commitment.
I once did. I was in a bar up north, and this is not a really good story, but there was two older women, and I walked past like that, and I just went like, and I went, wow, and then went.
Yeah.
Just said that, saw it.
What, like 55?
I would say 40s.
Oh, wow.
Maybe a bit older.
Okay. You
And
went, wow.
I looked at them and went, wow.
They're old.
I could have meant anything. And left it. 20 minutes.
How old are you at this point?
About 16. No, I'm not. I don't know, 24, 25. Yeah, just left that little nugget with them.
Mm.
And then came back and I was like, can I get you a drink or something like that? So that was it. Both of them. All night.
Really?
No, not really.
What a weird story to end the podcast on. And that's the goal. And that's the goal that you stick around. We hope you enjoyed the One for the Weekend podcast, gearing you up for the weekend's action in every sense of the
Everything. Let us know how you get on at this weekend. Let us know everything. Every single thing that good happens, let us know in the comments. We read them all. This show wouldn't be anything without you lot listening. People who listen on the podcast, get on our YouTube and get involved in the comments there as well. That's how we engage with our listeners.
Totally. Do it. And Fan League, help us. Help you. Help us again.
Each other. Remember, second part of that incredible Soldiers Lost in Battle story to come next Thursday.
Have a great weekend, everyone. Subscribe to the channel, hit like, as we said, comment down below, and we will see you next week.
I don't want no scrub.
Doing that again?
Scrub is the kind of can't get no love from me. Walking on the passenger side of his best friend's ride.
Too high.